I don't believe in standard. I believe in quality.
Sir, which is better, under construction property or which is already built?
See, when you can get ready to move in properties at the same rate, why do you want to pay and wait? Shopping malls nearby, market nearby, railway station, metro station, bus station. If these things are good to buy the property.
Now the builder is delaying the possession. In that case, what is the solution to me? Where should I go and complain? How to go?
You must check the RERA registration even before you buy. Decide to buy a flat. I want you to ask a question to yourself.
Please.
Is that for you to live or is that for investment?
My friends, if you stay in rural area of the country, you can go for agricultural land. If you are in tier 2 or small cities, you can definitely buy a piece of land like a plot or a site. However, if you belong to a metropolitan city, usually flats are the options because metro cities, they rise like vertically. Hi, my name is Junaid and welcome to Freedom's YouTube channel. Before you go for a flat, let us discuss some of the key factors which will affect your buying thing. I have with me my leader who inspire a lot of people on different YouTube channels and on different TV channels. His name is Mr. C.S. Sudheer, the founder and CEO of Freedom App. Sir, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
How is your fitness regime?
Going well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in order to take care of the fitness of the buying of our viewers, we have got to cover flat system. What are the key aspects that need to be considered before opting for any kind of a flat, 1 BHK, 2 BHK, whatever the property? Builder, comparison, legal things, how
See,
to go
first
about
thing here is when you decide to buy a flat, I want you to ask a question to yourself.
it, please.
Is that for you to live or is that for investment? If you're trying to buy a flat for investment, I won't recommend. Well, that's not a great investment at all. If you're trying to purchase a flat for your own use, then I want you to understand the distance between your workplace and your residence. And distance between your flat and the schools for your kids. Hospitals nearby, shopping malls nearby, market nearby, railway station, metro station, bus station.
Connectivity.
If these things are good to buy the property. But then you have to look at the various micro factors. Number one, whether that property, wherever the flat you're purchasing, whether that property has got good water source.
Basic factors.
How are they taking care of it? If there's no water source and there's no water supply from the local body or local authority, how are you going to manage the water? That's going to be tough. So water is something which is very important you need to check. The third one is you need to see, very important, whether this property has got a clear title, whether the papers are good there. So how do you check that? You'll have to ask the builder to give all the documents. In case, most of the times what happens, the builders won't own the land. The land is owned by the landowner. They have a joint venture agreement between the builder and the landowner. Whether there's any agreement in place, what is the share, whatever the flat you're purchasing or you're booking, is that owned by the landowner or the builder?
Do the builders usually provide these kind of paperwork?
Yeah, absolutely. They have to provide. And then you'll have to check whether there is plan approval from the local government authority, local government.
Okay.
Commencement certificate is there or not. What is the plan? How many floors? Because tomorrow they take permission for 10 floors, they build 12 floors.
Oh.
That's going to be a problem.
And then they sell you the 12th floor.
Yeah, no. If they sell you one, then even if they don't sell you that, but they build 12 floors and they give that undivided share to everyone, even the 11th and 12th floor, which is not approved. Then what happens? Your undivided share will go down. So it is super important that you consider that. And then undivided share they're giving you. Which means for every 1,000 square feet of super built up area you're purchasing in the apartment, they should give you at least 350 to 400 square feet of undivided share. But unfortunately, most of the apartments today, they give you 250 square feet or less than that undivided share, which is very bad. You must get at least 35% of the built up area as the undivided share. Only then the property will have a good resale value later.
In so many cases, it has been seen that the construction quality of so many flats.
Absolutely, that is
So,
super important.
How do customers check? Is there an authority who gives like an OK tested?
No, there is something called occupancy certificate which we get from the local government, but then again, corruption happens sometimes. You can't trust, but then it is good if you can take some of your friends who are architects or civil engineers who knows about it and ask them to give their opinion, and if that works, great. That is super important. Then the other thing I want to tell you when it comes to purchasing a flat. See what happens. All these builders, they partner with from banks. They say that, sir, this bank has approved this property, this bank has approved this property, which means the property is great.
And they have the responsibility.
Not necessary. Not necessary. They'll have some arrangement with the banks, and the banks also, the bank managers are sometimes corrupt, and then they'll spoil your life. Make sure you get your proper legal verification done. You get the EC, encumbrance certificate, go through the title deeds, find out the family tree of the person who's selling, make sure everything is taken care. And then whether that property has got any litigation, wherever they've built, all that is super important. And again, one other thing which is important is whether they've taken care of all the compliances, fire, safety measures. If that is not proper, then it's going to be a challenge. And whether there's sufficient parking space. Because tomorrow if there's no proper sufficient, parking space, how are you going to park your car? And then the amenities there. Do you have all the required amenities there? Are those amenities built with good standard? If those amenities are not built with good standards, you will have too many problems. And the other big question which many people ask me is, should I buy an apartment, flat in an apartment where there are only 30 flats, 20 flats, or 500 flats? See,
like a township.
Correct. See, no. If you buy a flat in an apartment which has got 4 or 5 towers, 500,000 flats,
garden, swimming pool,
everything you'll have amenities. And most importantly, if apartments with less flats, the maintenance quality drops over time. Because see, you're only 8 flats or 15 flats. You have to hire a security guard.
Where would you go to complain?
A security guard. Round the clock you need to have a security guard. You have to pay more salary. Housekeeping salary. It's going to be more. So I live in an apartment, we've got about 450 flats. You have round the clock, some 27 or so securities working. Day shift, some 15 and then 12.
Okay.
And then housekeeping staff. There's an estate manager. There is a plumber always. There's an electrician always. Then there's on-demand carpenters. So these kind of services you get only when you have a large society. And then the gym, or you need yoga hall or convention hall,
play area,
or play area for kids, swimming pool. These things are very important. So my suggestion is to go for a large community, large society where you have 500, 800 flats, so that everything is going to be divided between you all. And the other thing is, look for an apartment where you have good neighborhood, which means your flat, sometimes what happens, you go for some very budget apartment, low cost one. There the chances are very high that the kind of people who buy the flat may not be of that standard quality, I would say. See, I don't believe in standard. I believe in quality. Which I say, what kind of people are they? See, it is good to always be in the company of good people.
Absolutely.
That is super important. And then the maintenance cost. How much you'll have to pay monthly.
Correct.
That is also important. And then a lot of these people, super built up area, they confuse you. They include the common area space also into super built up area. Okay. And they make you pay for it. And then they make you pay separately for parking. How much they charge.
It happens.
How much are they paying, asking you to pay for various other amenities they're giving. So you have to look at all these aspects while making a decision. My suggestion is, please make sure that when you decide to buy a flat freeze on the locality. Look at all the number, whatever the number of apartments available there in your budget. Visit everyone. Find out what rate is going down. Find out whether these guys have got a good quality construction and things like that. Then you visit the apartments they built earlier. For example, I'm purchasing apartment built by Builder A in that locality. Builder A, before this apartment, he has also done 5-6 other projects.
Correct.
I go meet the residents of those projects. Find out their feedback. Is there any seepage, quality issue? Are they facing any problem after 3, 4, 5 years? That means this guy is the same. I don't want to waste my time with him. Because for me, as a buyer, this is the single biggest investment I'm making in my life. I don't want to go wrong here.
Correct.
These aspects, if you can consider, you'll definitely make a right decision and you'll buy the best flat.
Well, friends, if you are into this real estate business, you might buy a lot of properties. However, for those people who are going to buy their first flat, at times it might happen to me. I have given the down payment. I have opted for the loan also. I have started paying the installment. Now the builder is delaying the possession. In that case, what is the solution to me? Where should I go and complain? How to go?
You must check the RERA registration even before you buy a flat.
Okay.
Real Estate Regulatory Authority. Whether they have got required clearances from RERA. If they have it, tomorrow they don't honor their commitments. You can always go and talk to RERA. Complain to RERA. Even above that, see, these guys, they come with muscle power, money power. They'll have influence as well. So you can actually you can complain to Competition Commission of India. You can go to court. You can also reach out to other owners. See, if you are purchasing flat in a good society, a good builder, he will always unite all flat owners. He won't keep them separated. Even before the completion of the project, so that you all can interact. So that is super important because see, you make a down payment, you keep paying the EMIs,
Right.
but the possession is not done.
Delay.
Go complain. That is super important.
Sir, which is better? Under construction property or which is already built there? Which is better?
See, when you can get ready to move in properties at the same rate, why do you want to pay and wait? My suggestion is to go for a best ready to move in property.
Okay, is there any process in place? Like for example, 40-story tower is there. It has a lifespan, say 40 years, 50 years. So do the builders also take care of the renovation or something which happens later on?
So once the flat is sold to you, and once all the properties are sold, they hand over the management to the association.
Okay.
Association is run by residents.
Okay.
So tomorrow, if you have to do any renovation, you want to rebuild it, it has to be done by the association. Association, in consultation with the residents, will come up with a plan.
Okay.
Okay, so for example, currently the apartment has got 12 floors. Okay, we've got 200 flats.
Correct.
It's good. Now after 30 years, government also has increased the capacity. They say now you can build 24 floors in the same building, or maybe 20. Now you identify a new builder. You tell him, do one thing, I will give you this land. You build a 20-story new apartment. You demolish this.
Okay.
We all own this one flat. You give us proportionate amount of flat. Whatever the extra you are constructing, you sell it to whomever you want and make money.
Oh.
I will not pay you construction cost.
That's
Right? So that's possible and you can do that. And during this period of construction, 2 years, I'll have to stay somewhere. Na? For that also, the rent you pay. That is possible. You can do that.
fantastic. So I think all the corners have been covered so far. Thank you so much for your time and effort, sir. So if you are opting for a flat in any metro cities, be it Bangalore, be it Mumbai, be it Kolkata, be it Delhi.
But now, in fact, flats are also coming up in smaller cities as well, not just in metro cities.
Because of the rise in population.
Yeah, obviously. And then it's convenient too. People enjoy living together. No, co-living is a great idea.
Of course.
It's just that it has to be done in the right way.
Of course, it has to be done the right way. It has to be airy. Also, please ensure the connectivity that has been mentioned. Please do all the verification checks which are required. So that was all about how you can go for a flat. All the best for your research. Go for the best property, go for the best builder. And one more key point he mentioned, wherein if the builder is a renowned one, you go and check his earlier sites so that you get a better idea about his post-sale services also. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Junaid, and I'll see you soon in some other interesting YouTube video. Also, about our Freedom app, I would like to tell you we have so many courses covered. If you want to become a businessman, if you want to become an entrepreneur, if you want to do some kind of smart farming, we have got all the things covered in one app, and that is Freedom app. In order to download the Freedom app, you'll get the link in the description of this video as well. Thank you so much once again for watching the video. My name is Junaid, signing off. Bye-bye.